Since appearing on 1,000-Pound Sisters, Chris Combs lost a significant amount of weight, but he suffered a disappointing weight loss setback recently. The beloved unscripted series premiered in 2020, and Chris has been a co-star ever since. The show centers around the weight loss journeys of 36-year-old Amy Slatton and 37-year-old Tammy Slatton, but several of their other siblings have also gotten involved, including 44-year-old Chris. All 5 of the Slatton siblings have had gastric bypass surgery since appearing on the show, and Chris lost a total of 150 pounds during his weight loss journey. The 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6 co-star wanted to lose weight for health purposes. He wanted to be around as long as possible for his family, and he wanted to set a good example for his children. Though he has made progress, Chris recently suffered a disappointing setback. 1,000-Pound Sisters star Chris embarked on his weight loss journey alongside his stepsisters Tammy and Amy. During 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 3, Chris underwent gastric sleeve bypass surgery, and the pounds quickly melted away. According to the Cleveland Clinic, a sleeve bypass involves removing a piece of the stomach and reducing it to a narrow sleeve. After surgery, Chris lost 150 pounds, but he stopped dropping weight as quickly as he wanted to. 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6 is in full swing, and the Slatton siblings all went to a doctor's appointment together. When Chris stepped on the scale, it read that he weighed 299 pounds. During his last doctor's appointment, which had been 9 months earlier, Chris weighed 300 pounds, which is about the same. Chris was extremely disappointed because he thought he had lost another 15 pounds in recent months. Losing a significant amount of weight so fast left Chris with lots of excess skin. Not only doesn't it look good, it's uncomfortable and presents unique hygiene challenges. Chris is desperate to have skin removal surgery, but his doctor wants him to lose another 50 to 60 pounds before he refers him to a plastic surgeon. With 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6 in full swing, it remains to be seen if Chris can lose the necessary weight. Name: Chris Combs. Birthday: October 29, 1980, 44 years old. Marital status: married to Brittany Combs. Weight loss: 150 pounds. Chris Combs has shed a considerable amount of weight after appearing on the show 1,000-Pound Sisters. Nevertheless, he recently had a setback in his weight loss efforts, which is very distressing. Since the beginning of the much-loved and scripted series in the year 2020, Chris has been a co-star in the show continually. The show focuses on the weight reduction experiences of Amy Slatton, who is 36 years old, and Tammy Slatton, who is 37 years old. However, some of their other siblings have also participated in the show, including Chris, who is 44 years old. Since their appearance on the show, all 5 of the Slatton siblings have undergone gastric bypass surgery, and Chris has shed a total of 150 pounds during his effort to lose weight. As a matter of health, the co-star of Sisters Season 6, who weighed 1,000 pounds, desired to reduce her weight. For the sake of his family, he desired to be present for as long as possible, and he also desired to serve as a model for his offspring. Despite the fact that Chris has made progress, he recently experienced a setback that was very disappointing. Sister star weighing 1,000-poundtress also started his attempt to lose weight with his stepsisters, Tammy and Amy, who were also on the journey. Chris underwent gastric sleeve bypass surgery during the 3rd season of the show 1,000-Pound Sisters, and the weight loss progressed very swiftly after the procedure. A sleeve bypass is a surgical procedure that involves removing a portion of the stomach and shrinking it to the size of a narrow sleeve, as stated by the Cleveland Clinic. Following the operation, Chris was able to shed 150 pounds. Nevertheless, he was unable to continue losing weight as rapidly as he had hoped. There is a doctor's visit that all of the Slatton siblings went to together, and the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters is currently in full swing. Chris's weight was recorded as 299 pounds when he stepped on the scale for the first time. At the time of his most recent visit to the physician, which had taken place 9 months earlier, Chris weighed 300 pounds, which is roughly equivalent to his current weight. Chris was tremendously disheartened since he had the belief that he had shed an additional 15 pounds over the course of the past few months. Due to the rapid loss of a substantial amount of weight, Chris was left with a significant amount of superfluous skin. Not only does it not have a pleasing appearance, but it is also uncomfortable and poses new issues in terms of hygiene. Chris's doctor wants him to lose another 50 to 60 pounds before he even considers referring him to a plastic surgeon, despite the fact that Chris is eager to undergo skin removal surgery. The 6th season of 1,000 Pound Sisters is currently in full swing, and it is still unknown if Chris will be able to shed the required amount of weight. The name, Chris, happy birthday. I was 44 years old on October 29, 1980. Relationship status, Brittany Combs is the married woman. Gains in weight, 175 kilograms. Chris Combs' journey toward weight loss has been a major narrative on the reality television show 1,000 Pound Sisters, which chronicles the lives of siblings Tammy and Amy Slatton as they navigate their struggles with morbid obesity. While the show primarily focuses on the sisters' lives, Chris has also become an integral part of the storyline, providing both support and struggle. In particular, Chris's weight loss journey has been marked by immense challenges, setbacks, and triumphs. But recently, he experienced a significant disappointment that has caught the attention of fans and viewers alike. This setback has not only impacted Chris's physical progress, but has also affected his mental and emotional health. This article aims to explore Chris Combs' weight loss journey, focusing on his recent major setback. Through understanding the complexities of his weight struggles, we can better grasp the reasons behind his disappointment and what lies ahead for him. Chris Combs, a brief overview. Before diving into the specifics of his weight loss struggles, it's important to understand who Chris Combs is, his relationship to the show, and the context of his journey. Chris is the older brother of Tammy and Amy Slatton. In 1,000 Pound Sisters, Chris's role has evolved from a supportive family member to an active participant in his own weight loss journey. As an adult man living with obesity, Chris's story is a powerful reminder of the struggles that millions of individuals face when trying to manage their weight and live healthier lives. Though Chris was initially portrayed as someone who was somewhat distanced from the world of weight loss, his decision to undergo surgery to help with his weight management became a central focus. He set out to lose weight in a bid to improve his health and extend his life, but the road has been far from smooth. Chris Combs' weight loss motivation. Chris's decision to pursue weight loss came with a deep sense of urgency. Over the course of several seasons, viewers learned that he was living with a range of health issues due to his obesity, including diabetes, sleep apnea, and mobility issues. These conditions put Chris at risk of severe complications, including heart disease and early death. But Chris's motivations were also tied to his family. He expressed time and time again how important it was for him to be there for his sisters and to see his nephews and nieces grow up. His desire to live longer for his family was a powerful motivator in his decision to pursue bariatric surgery. However, Chris's path to weight loss would not be a simple one. He faced many of the same obstacles that have troubled his sisters, including emotional eating, lack of support, and challenges with exercise. Weight loss surgery and the first successes. In the earlier seasons of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Chris's weight loss journey took center stage. After reaching a critical weight, Chris made the life-changing decision to undergo weight loss surgery, a bariatric procedure that would help him lose a significant amount of weight. Bariatric surgery is often considered the most effective solution for individuals suffering from severe obesity, as it physically restricts the amount of food a person can consume and promotes quicker weight loss. At the beginning of his post-surgery journey, Chris experienced significant success. His weight began to drop at a faster pace, and he felt encouraged by the progress. On the show, fans watched Chris slowly transform, gaining more energy, confidence, and health. His blood sugar levels improved, his sleep apnea symptoms became less severe, and he appeared to be making lasting lifestyle changes. In the early stages of his journey, Chris's progress seemed to be indicative of a positive future. His commitment to following the post-surgery guidelines, including portion control and regular physical activity, made him a hopeful case study in the series. The Setback, a weight loss struggle. Despite the promising start, Chris's weight loss journey has been far from linear. As is common for many individuals who undergo bariatric surgery, the initial phase of rapid weight loss can be followed by periods of plateaus, frustration, and difficulty maintaining consistent progress. Chris's most recent setback came as a result of several factors, all of which combined to derail his progress. These challenges were not unique to Chris alone, but represent the larger, often hidden struggle that people facing severe obesity must contend with. Emotional eating and psychological barriers. One of the primary issues Chris has faced is emotional eating. While bariatric surgery can physically limit the amount of food a person consumes, it does not address the psychological reasons behind overeating. Chris has admitted to using food as a source of comfort during difficult emotional times, a common coping mechanism for many people living with obesity. This behavior can be particularly difficult to manage in the aftermath of surgery when the person is still learning new coping mechanisms. For Chris, recent stressors in his personal life, including concerns about his own health and family dynamics, have contributed to moments of weakness. The temptation to return to old habits is always present, especially when emotions run high. Chris has also struggled with feelings of inadequacy and pressure. Having already witnessed his sister's difficulties, he may feel that he is expected to succeed, not only for himself but also as a role model for Tammy and Amy. This external pressure, combined with internal struggles, has made it hard for Chris to stay focused and on track. Physical setbacks. Another challenge Chris faced was a series of physical setbacks that complicated his weight loss efforts. Bariatric surgery is a tool, but it still requires ongoing effort from the patient in terms of diet and exercise. While Chris did experience initial weight loss, maintaining that loss can be incredibly difficult, particularly as the body adjusts to the new lifestyle. In particular, Chris experienced difficulty with mobility. His body, still carrying excess weight, made physical activity more challenging. Exercise, which is vital for long-term weight management, became harder to incorporate into his daily routine. Without consistent exercise, weight loss can stall, leading to frustration and, in some cases, a sense of defeat. Moreover, it's important to recognize the biological realities of weight loss. As people lose weight, their metabolism often slows down, which means that losing additional pounds becomes harder. Chris's most recent setback is a result of the cumulative effect of this physical reality. His body simply stopped responding to the same extent as it did early in the process. The setback, a major disappointment. The most recent and major setback Chris faced occurred after a period of relative stability. After losing a significant amount of weight in the first few months post-surgery, Chris encountered a plateau that hindered his progress. This plateau, coupled with the stress and emotional challenges he faced, led to a weight regain. Fans saw Chris visibly frustrated on the show as he confronted this setback head-on. This weight regain was a major disappointment for Chris, not just because of the physical struggle, but because of the emotional toll it took. Chris, like many others, had hoped that the surgery would be a permanent solution, but the reality is that weight loss is a lifelong journey that requires consistent work and vigilance. In a candid moment, Chris shared how disheartening it was to see his weight go back up after all the hard work he had put in. The setback felt like a personal failure, despite the fact that weight regain is common and expected in many bariatric patients. The road to recovery. How Chris can move forward. Despite the setback, there is hope for Chris moving forward. The road to recovery from this disappointment is paved with resilience, support, and a reevaluation of his approach. Rebuilding the mindset. One of the key components of Chris's recovery will be addressing his mindset. It's crucial for Chris to recognize that weight loss is not a race, it's a marathon. The occasional setbacks do not define his journey. It's important for Chris to acknowledge the progress he has made. even if that progress is not as fast as he hoped. Psychological support, such as therapy, can also help Chris address the emotional triggers that lead to overeating. Learning new coping mechanisms for dealing with stress and anxiety will be critical in preventing future setbacks. Revisiting nutrition and exercise. On the physical side of things, Chris may need to reevaluate his diet and exercise regimen. Bariatric patients often require more detailed guidance as they continue their weight loss journeys. Working with a nutritionist to develop a sustainable eating plan that keeps him on track is a logical next step. Similarly, incorporating low-impact exercises that can help with mobility and burn calories will be essential for Chris. While it may be hard at first, getting back into the habit of moving will boost his energy levels, improve his physical health, and help him with weight loss. Family support. Finally, one of the biggest factors in Chris's recovery will be the support from his family. Tammy and Amy have their own weight struggles, but they have always been a source of encouragement and love for Chris. While their own journeys may provide some challenges, Chris can lean on his family for emotional support and motivation. Chris Combs' weight loss journey has been a roller coaster of successes and setbacks. While his most recent disappointment was a major setback, it is by no means the end of his story. Chris's determination, along with the support of his family, will help him face the next stage of his journey with renewed focus and resilience. The reality of weight loss, particularly for individuals facing severe obesity, is that it's a constant challenge. But with the right mindset, support, and commitment, Chris Combs can continue his journey toward better health and a better quality of life. Through